Who is going to make Savage Cash today and get 100 of my Bitcoins coin? Welcome to another episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency. If you guys could smash up the likes if you like hearing cryptocurrency tips, like hearing my savage analysis on cryptocurrency, and generally prefer a YouTuber with a personality, then essentially smash up the likes. If you want to take it a little bit further and join Team Suppoman and learn about cryptos every day, then smash the subscribe button as well if you haven't already. So in today's episode, I am going to be telling you about trading and investing, how you can make savage gains, and when you should be doing these two things. And then at the end, there's going to be a little surprise, a little way in which you can make some savage cash yourself. So make sure you watch through till the end. Today I was asked a question. Today somebody said to me, Suppoman, what's your profit point for Bitcoins? When are you looking to get out of Bitcoins? Okay, so this question would all depend whether or not I was doing trading or investing. If you follow me and if you've taken any of my courses, of which they are here, the Cryptocurrency Investment Course 2017 and the Long-Term Opportunity 2017, I teach cryptocurrency. So generally, I am a person that likes doing investing. I like investing 85% of the time and then trading 15% of the time. There's always an opportunity for you to trade. There's always an opportunity to make savage cash. But when are these opportunities and how do you profit, and when is the time that you should get out, whether you're trading or investing? So let's talk about trading first, because this is something that a lot of my whale mates do. This is the main way in which they make an income. This is how they are millionaires and billionaires maybe. So why trading? Because it's the quickest way to make money versus investing. Okay, because essentially, you know, you could make ×2 gain on a cryptocurrency in just one day. You could essentially, if you put 8,000 in, you can make 4,000 in profit, just like that. Okay. Similarly, you can make another 8,000. All depends on how much you put in and how much your cryptocurrency grows. So it's a quick way of making money versus investing, which is a slower route to money. You can capitalize on demand. Okay, so sometimes with cryptocurrencies, the demand only exists for a short space of time. I mean, look at Flick, look at Elixir, look at Digibyte, look at Chaincoin, look at Monacoin. Basically, these are cryptocurrencies that for a short space of time had amazing demand. And by day trading it, you essentially capitalize on that demand at the time. Essentially, that demand eventually goes. Look at Chaincoin now. Once upon a time, $6.68, now is 10 cents. There's less need for research. Essentially, one bit of good market news is all you need to make really good profits in one day. Like a new wallet's coming out, or there's a beta launch, or they're bringing out a new product. There's less emotion. You're not getting invested in the coin. You're literally seeing it as a name. It's a little bit like just having a one-night stand. It means nothing. Versus investing, which is more like a marriage. You commit to it emotionally. You're really behind it. You're a fan. Also with trading, you can just trade the same coin over and over again. Omis Go. The amount of times that's gone up and down, and Walton coin up and down. I mean, there's been loads of occasions when that's happened. And you could just make money off the same coin each and every time rather than staying in, go up, go down, go up, and you're still in the trade. So if trading is so easy and quick and requires less research, why bother doing long-term investing? Well, because of burn risk. Okay, it's much easier to get burnt doing trading because when something goes up, you need to be constantly looking at the market, looking at the movement of the coin, looking at the candlesticks, looking at the price movement and doing technical analysis and making sure that there's bullish movement on that price rather than bearish movement. Once it becomes bearish, you can become badly burnt, okay? You can make either a tiny profit or a massive loss, particularly if you don't have a stop loss, which most people don't. Higher gains. Ultimately, with trading, you can make 5 to 10% gains, sometimes 3,000% gains, but over the course of time, you make much higher gains. It's a bit like winning the war, whereas trading is like winning constant battles. It's like always there's a battle, then another battle. It's a bit like The Walking Dead at the moment. At the moment, it's just battle after battle after battle. It's like, when does it end? Whereas with long-term trading, you're winning a war. And at the end of it, you've won it. And the victory is massive money. So that is one of the reasons why I went with Bitcoins in the end, because at the end of it, whether or not you can make money in the short term, make the odd, 5 times gain, 10 times gain. You're not going to make the potential 100 times gain to 1,000 times gain. And that is the main reason why I get into long-term investing, because this is the area, if you find the right cryptocurrency with the right token price when you get invested, you can make 100 to 1,000 times gain. And that is always what I look for from my long-term investments. 100 to 1,000 times gain before I get out. Essentially, if I've put 1,000 in, I would make 100,000 to 1,000,000 before getting out. And ultimately, it's probably the best way of building a retirement fund. Because if you're invested in a ton of coins, not just one coin, but if you're invested in a ton of coins that you've got in at the right time, let's say Bitcoins, let's say Power Ledger, you get involved at ICO stage, and then essentially you just ride that enormous wave that's going to come. There'll be, peaks and troughs and all that. Sometimes the weather will be calm, and then sometimes it'll be very choppy and you'll get massive waves. And the way of being able to build a massive retirement fund is through long-term investing. Sometimes with trading, people don't do it very well necessarily, and sometimes they make money, sometimes they lose money, and if you look on balance, most people probably lose more money than they gain. Making money and then losing it, making money then losing it, and never actually having that retirement fund. But if you are going to be trading, what are the profit points that you should be looking for if you want to trade? So, the whale investors that I know, this is what they do. They're essentially full-time traders. This is what they do on a day-to-day basis. They make 5 to 10% gain on a cryptocurrency and emotionlessly get out of it. I'm too emotional for cryptocurrency trading. I like getting right behind a coin and investing in it. It's like being some sort of playboy, okay? You literally just use women for whatever you want out of them, and then you ditch them and then leave them. That's essentially what cryptocurrency trading is. You're being a playboy. You're getting not emotionally involved, you're using them, and then you're getting out, okay? Simple as that. Then there's news and speculation. So something major, like a rebranding, look at Neo, what happened with them. Something major can actually lift the value 20 to 50%. Now, this is kind of the time when I get involved in cryptocurrency, like a part-time trader, essentially. I go in when I can see an opportunity to make huge gains on a major piece of market news. Now, with Neo, of course, I'm actually invested for the long term. But there have been occasions, like Digibyte, when it had its Minecraft news and its Citibank news, I got involved in it and made 10 times gain. And then trending cryptocurrencies. This is where I've also made quite a lot of money in recent times. So for instance, Masternode coins, you saw Coinonat, Rhinos, Neutron, they went up hugely in the space of a day after Chaincoin really blew up. There was also privacy coins, when Dash blew up because people that were highly invested in Bitcoin were, putting their money into Dash so that they couldn't be discovered not paying tax. All of a sudden, Navcoin went up, Cloakcoin went up, Pivex went up, Monero went up. They all went up. And trending cryptocurrencies is where you can really make money because Dash has kind of blown up through being the top privacy cryptocurrency, the most valuable. Everybody then looks for the cheaper alternatives, like the Nav coins, like the Deep Onions, like the Verges, like the Cloak coins. They get behind them whilst they're insanely cheap, and from that, the pump then moves from Dash, because it's been ridden, moves into the smaller, alternative, cheaper coins that are exactly the same, and then they pump. And the same thing is happening at the moment with lending cryptocurrencies. Look at what happened to Regal coin, 80 cents to like $40. Elixir, 8 cents to like 40 cents. ETHConnect, when a trend is happening, that's a great time to make a profit. But again, this is ad hoc. So how do you prevent yourself from failing at trading? One way is not to get too greedy. Decide your profit point, 5, 10, 30%, and then stick to it. Do not change your mind. People always ask me, Superman, when are you going to sell? When are you going to sell? Don't ask me when I'm going to sell. When are you going to sell? What is the profit point you are chasing? Make sure that you are in control of that, because other people aren't going to tell you when they cash out, and they may have cashed out and not told you, and then you're all of a sudden holding the bag. Don't transfer your frustration from a previous loss into the next trade, because essentially what will happen is you will invest emotionally and you'll probably lose more money. Make sure you're smart about it and only trade on the things where news is coming up. Failure to set a stop loss. This is the major trading fail. Instead of having a sell order at a profit, have the stop loss there so that if the price tanks for whatever reason, you don't lose money. Buying at the peak, so many people do this. They don't know when the peak is, and people say, oh, you know, Suppoman, is now the right time to get in when it's at an all-time high? No, wait for the dip, get in heavy at the dip. And then lack of technical analysis. You need to be making sure you're constantly looking at the price movement, looking at the trends, looking at the candlesticks, looking at, you know, the moving average. Make sure that you're not, you know, getting involved at a bearish point in the price. Make sure you're getting involved really at the beginning of the peak, and make sure that you get involved when the signs show, when the MACDs show that it's a bullish movement. And make sure that you do your technical analysis, and make sure that you are constantly watching the price. I mean, just looking at the cryptocurrencies I looked at yesterday. InvestFeed, this has gone up 11% since yesterday. Power Ledger, 35% since yesterday. So there are always opportunities to make money on a daily basis. But the less headachy way is investing. That's where you don't have to spend all your time watching for price movements and things like that. So that is today's episode. So what I'm going to be doing now is I am going to be deciding a winner of my last competition. It was a while since I held it, and essentially it was this video here that I last held it. So I'm now going to get the link here, put it in my random comment picker, and then find a comment that is the winner. Who is going to make Savage Cash today and get 100 of my Bitcoins coin? The winner is Mark Josely, who has asked, do you think alts will go up after the fork? Yes, I do think alts will go up after the fork. I don't necessarily think every alt is going to go up at the same rate. As long as something is in demand, it will go up. As long as something has the good fundamentals, as long as something has great long-term potential, it's going to go up, because you're going to have all the investors getting behind it, and then you're going to have some traders that are trading speculatively on the price. So yeah, I do think that the price is going to go up. So thank you very much, Mark Josely, for this comment. I'm now going to give you 100 Bitcoins, and if you want to have 100 Bitcoins in the next episode, then essentially leave me a comment. What crypto do you want me to cover this week? Because I'm looking to cover and analyze some cryptos this week, and hopefully one ICO if I can identify a good one. So thank you for watching me today on this episode of Savage Cash. Don't forget to smash the like if you enjoyed this episode, and also subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for being here with me today. It's lights out. All out.